Welcome to the Main Street Forum with your host, Mo Bedard, discussing the issues affecting the people on Main Street, fighting foreclosures, knocking out banks, putting an end to foreclosures, and giving you ideas to make money in a down economy. Live from MainStreetForum.org, here's the man with a plan, Mo Bedard.
Hey everybody, thanks for tuning into my show. If you're finding me on loansafe.org or loanworkout.org, you're a forum member. Hello out there to the people I know or I don't know. I appreciate you guys listening to what I have to say. Sometimes, it might not be what you want to hear, or you might agree with me or disagree, but let's all agree to disagree sometimes, and that's what's great about this country is people such as myself, we're allowed to express our opinions and without being persecuted or getting thrown in jail. And we should always, be tolerant of one another if we don't agree with each other, whether that be your political party, whether that be your religion, or whether that be, you're a Main Street guy or a Wall Street guy. We need to be all tolerant of each other. But if they're ripping you off, we don't need to put up with that crap, okay? And that's why we're all pissed off, is it seems like us on Main Street are getting ripped off. And the last thing we need to do is be fighting one another. There's been a couple of threads in the forum lately, where people are kind of going back and forth over their views or opinions, and some people don't like this guy's opinion and this person doesn't like that opinion, or, someone's expressing their opinion and no one really wants to hear it, and that's just kind of the way our country works. And we should, especially at a time like this, we should unite. We should be tolerant of one another, even though, someone might get on your nerves and you don't agree with what they have to say. Just debate them in a respectful manner. And hopefully you guys can come to some kind of agreement to agree to disagree, because we're always going to disagree about certain issues, but we need to unite. We don't need to fight one another over our political party, whether you're a Republican or a Democrat or a liberal or middle-line conservative. I don't even know. There's so many different labels out there, tea parties. I'm a person that I consider a free man, and I'm not going to let, no one, whether that be the media or anybody else, put me in some kind of hole or label me. I am who I am, and my beliefs are based on 38 years of life and not by what people tell me or what they want me to be. I'm always going to be myself, and right now I'm somewhat successful. I'm making a living from home. I'm blogging. I'm able to, not worry about my mortgage. Well, I don't have a mortgage, my lease or my bills right now, and the economy sucks. And I'm one of the few people that are doing that, and I'm doing it exercising my free speech daily. And I dropped out of school when I was 17. I don't have the best of grammar, but I'm a doer. I do things. And that's what we need to do out there on Main Street. There's my beginning rant for the day. I want to talk about the show, what we're going to talk about during the course of the next hour, 45 minutes or so. We're not, pigeonholed to an hour and a half. This isn't CNN, CNBC, or Fox, obviously. I don't get paid millions of dollars to get this to you. This is all done on my own accord and my own dollar. And it's not easy. And hopefully, again, my mouth is going along with the voice. Cool. We're trying to get this all right, and hopefully we'll get this right today. But wanted to talk about a loan modification dispute between a loan modification company and some referral agents that worked with them, realtors and different mortgage guys, and how they tortured and kidnapped these two guys that owned a company. And these things are going to continue to happen. And I've seen scams after scams, $1 million, torture, kidnapping, and, for people killing each other over these foreclosures. And not just in the scams, but, because of the misery that homeowners are facing. Some people are committing suicide. So we're going to see a lot more of these crimes. And it's terrible that we have to go through this. But, we need to be aware that this is happening. And the people on Main Street need to be aware of these scammers that are just looking out for themselves. Want to talk about how to rebuild your credit score if you are in foreclosure and you save your home and your credit score is still screwed, or if you lose your home to foreclosure, or your credit's just screwed from some other issues, debt issues. I want to talk about how to rebuild your credit score. I want to talk how homeowners are fighting big banks and fighting back. That's what you got to do. That's the only way to save your home. Big government's not going to come down. Chase Bank, Jamie Dimon isn't going to fly from the homeowner heavens to save you. It's going to be you with your gloves on for 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, or a year. It don't matter what they say in D.C. It don't matter how many hearings they've had. I've seen them for 3 freaking years, and nothing has came down to help you guys. It's the same. It's worse. It's worse now since the Making Home Affordable came out. It's worse for you guys, okay? It was easier in my forum, and I saw more people save their homes and get permanent modifications than they are now. So I want to talk about how homeowners are fighting and how you have to fight back. And it's going to be a lot of fighting every day, all right, until you get your loan modification. And D.C. ain't going to save you. So stop believing in the Santa Claus, please. Okay, let's talk about New Hampshire Attorney General arrest a CEO of a company called, what are they? Deaf and Hard of Hearing Mortgage Consultants. Yeah, this scumbag freaking ripped off people that were deaf and hard of hearing. You know, that was his business model. And thank God that the AGs of the country, the state AGs are arresting these guys left and right. I want to talk about that scummy, slimy CEO. Want to talk about mortgage bankers underwater. Yeah, they're talking about, you know, homeowners need to stay in their home. It's not right to walk away from your home. It's not the moral thing to do. But they're underwater on their headquarters in D.C. by like $50 million or something like that, and they're selling it, trying to sell it short sale. So it's okay for them to do it, but not you. Don't walk away. But the mortgage bankers could do it. Okay. Want to talk about the reason why you're not getting a loan modification. I'm going to talk about that towards the end of the show, and you need to listen to this. If you're trying to get a loan modification and you're running into brick walls, I'm going to talk about that and talk about what I call the loan modification conspiracy. All right? Some people don't believe in conspiracies. You're living it right now. Okay? Those press releases coming from D.C. and through Fox and all that stuff, it's all a conspiracy, folks. Okay? It doesn't mean you can't save your home. I don't want to leave you hopeless. But I ain't going to let you believe in bullshit, and you need to stop. And it's just going to waste and spin your wheels. And I want to talk about the loan modification conspiracy, the one that you're living right now. And at the end of the show, making money, because you guys all need to make that cheddar to make your lives better. If you're not making money, you're worried about your bills. You're worried about your mortgage. You're worried about where you're going to rent. You're worried about getting food on the table. You know, and it's not a great way to live. And if you're just trying to save your home and you're not worrying about future income, then you're going to probably have issues in the future. So you need to start making money. You need to start concentrating on other avenues, other pots you can put out there possibly. And my specialty is the internet. I still believe, hey, this isn't the dot-com bubble. You know, you don't got to buy into that BS that Wall Street talked about and everybody was trying to get in on the old snake oil, you know, the tech bubble before the real estate mortgage bubble. But there is still a lot of money to be made on the internet. There's ways to create your own destiny, like I have. 17 years old, I dropped out of school, had my first son, Evan Bedard, who works for me right over here. And he sits here every day helping you guys in the forum, and I'm training him to do what I do so he doesn't have to go through the same BS that I did. You know, and you don't have to have a college education, but if you do, that's okay. You don't have to be an expert in computers and blogging and internet marketing. I wasn't. You know, this is stuff that I learned myself. And I'm not the most intelligent guys. I'm not one of the guys with the highest IQs. I do things and I keep doing them and I'm persistent. And a lot of you guys out there watching are the same thing. And you need to, while you're saving your home, you need to put some energy towards making money for your family in the future. And I want to give you some ideas how to spot trends. I spotted loan modifications 3 years ago before anybody else on the internet. So I know what I'm talking about. All right, I'm not just some guy that, you know, goes on the internet and blogs and doesn't know what he talks about. At first, a little bit, I didn't know what the hell I was talking about, to be honest with you. But I blog like I kind of was. And then after a while, I was. Right, Paul? Is that enough for the rant? He's going, stop ranting, stop talking. All right, get into the show. Okay, let's talk about, we got 400 viewers. Thank you for tuning in. My name's Mo Bedard, loansafe.org. I'm the founder. loneworkout.org. I'm here to help you guys on Main Street. I'm here to tell you the truth, and I'm not going to bullshit you guys. All right? And I'm sorry if sometimes my language, I might say the shit word, and I might say the word once in a while, but I apologize. I kind of talk like a sailor once in a while, and it is who I am.